I created my very own club, and in just our first season, we secured promotion to EFL League One. But this is just the start. The goal is to one day become a Premier League club and dominate English football. But that dream has just gotten 10 times harder, because we just lost our biggest sponsor, Hart Logistics. You see, that's the company run by our star player Nicholas Hart's parents. But after Nicholas fluffed a penalty, his parents were totally embarrassed, and they decided to terminate their contract with S2GFC, leaving us without a sponsor. Oh, and they also kicked out Nicholas Hart, so he's kind of homeless now.
Oh no. Anyway, last week...
But the bigger issue is that going into EFL League One, where the competition's going to be even tougher, we don't have any financial backing. Now, we did get some prize money for getting promoted last season, but we had to pay all of that to Hart Logistics as a fine. And that means we literally do not have any money at the club. And already I'm getting a ton of messages from our gaffer, Pablo Gonzalo. He's already making demands of wanting more South American players. But forget signing South Americans. I don't think we can even afford to sign Sunday League footballers at this rate.
It's over. We are screwed.
But okay, as the club owner, I need to figure something out. Now, there's a couple of things we could do with our shirt sponsor. Last season, it was Cashto who manufactured our kits, and I tried to negotiate with them to give us more money, but they were willing to offer us only 1 million this season. And come on, as a club that just got promoted, I feel like Cashto could have done a little bit better for us. And I am now making a lot of phone calls to see if some other brands are interested. Well, of course, Nike, Adidas didn't even pick up the phone. But okay, Umbro is willing to have a chat. Although I wasn't too keen about this because Umbro have always tried to finesse S2GFC with horrible deals, but this time they're willing to offer us 3 million for an EFL League One club. That is mega money. But surely there is some sort of a catch. They want us to win a domestic cup, and if we fail, they'll take back 2 million, and we'll basically be left with the money Castro was willing to offer us. I see what Umbro is doing, man. They know we've got no chance of winning like the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup. But you know what? I do feel like we need to take the risk here with Umbro, because we do have the Virtu trophy that we came really close to winning last season. I think this time around, we might just be able to go all the way, keep that extra money as well. And you know what? We're doing it. It's a rough contract, but right now, S2GFC needs all the money we can get. We're signing with Umbro. Oh, it does feel good to have some money in the bank. And the good thing is that this season, we don't really need to focus on stadium upgrades and whatnot. Last season, we already did that. Spent a big chunk upgrading our stadium so we're eligible to play in like the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. Also, I'm not looking to upgrade our stadium capacity. We're still a teeny tiny club. It makes no sense spending big money for a new stadium. This season, I want to entirely use our budget on improving the squad. But yeah, for that 3 million is not going to be enough. We're going to need some more cash. And this is where we need a shirt sponsor. Last season, it was clutch that Hart Logistics came through, but then they betrayed us, and not only that, they're now spreading bad rumors about S2GFC to all other brands, and that is why it feels like no European company wants to even support us. Now, I thought maybe asking Nicholas Hart to maybe settle things with his parents to save our club, but that is not happening, bro. He's basically been kicked out of the company as well. And look at Nicholas Hart, man. He's in his revenge arc right now at the gym, listening to some Taylor Swift. Okay, I don't know if that's the play. But hang on a second, what about some American companies? Especially with Steve Ball being a big part of our team. In fact, he was actually more than that last season. Scored some incredible goals, was controlling the midfield. And that is why he's also your player of the season. Now, I know Sean King, Nicholas Hart, Edward Bull, they all came close. But for me, Steve Ball's impact in the midfield was absolutely outrageous. And looks like we're going to make him the American Xavi because I've given him the tiki-taka plus play style. But on to more important things now. Using his American connections, and also the fact that Steve Ball, before getting into football, was a big businessman apparently. He was able to set up a meeting between myself and the CEO of McDonald.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. Everybody stay calm.
Okay, now hold up. I'm not sure if McDonald's is the right company to sponsor S2GFC. We don't want our players eating Big Macs. Okay, but looking at their offer, I might have to change my mind. They're offering us a 2-year deal, 2 million per season as well. And I was actually able to negotiate a deal with them that if we get promoted to the championship, they will double their fee next season to us. And honestly, this is a solid contract. I've got to thank Steve for organizing this. And so it's done. We've now got a shirt sponsor. We're signing with McDonald's.
Let me in, please.
I mean, I really don't know how we pull this off, but we're going to have a budget of £5 million in League One. I think that's more than good enough to make our first signing with S2GFC. That is actually right. Due to our financial situation last season, we didn't really end up making any transfers as such. It was all players from the academy or using our existing players. So yeah, I'm super excited to bring in some talent into the club. Gonna have a meeting with Pablo Gonzalo figuring out what's the agenda. But first though, we gotta unveil our new kits for the season with the McDonald. And this is something completely new, a bit of purple. Not gonna lie, I really like this design. This is gonna be our away kit for the season. Oh, our goalkeeper kit is looking awesome, man. I'm hoping Luca Gigante in this new kit can actually make some really good saves. Meanwhile, this is what we've got for our home kit. Really like the design once again. Also, another thing you'll notice is that Nicholas Hart, he's removed the Hart name from his shirt. He's decided to go with his first name at the back in Nicholas. Now, that is a statement, man. He is at war with his family. But yeah, once again, our kits are looking fantastic for the season ahead. Hopefully, they can help us get promotion. But I do want you guys to rate our kits out of 10 in the comments. And also, if you're excited for the new season, drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Alright guys, with all the admin stuff done, we can focus on preparing our team for the season ahead. I do think EFL League 1 is going to be a massive step up. But hey, I've created this club to aim big. And that's why I do want to focus on trying to get promoted. Because once we're in the championship, the financial situation of the club is only going to get better. It's just these lower divisions, League 1 and League 2, where things are really tough. So yeah, getting out of here as soon as possible is priority. Now, I do have a meeting with Pablo Gonzalo. And he's actually made it really clear that there's two positions he wants more improvements in. One is right back, and that makes sense because we've got an 18-year-old Sebastian Lister playing there, but I do feel makes a lot of mistakes. Also, Musa Fall, this guy is a fraud, man. And you know what? Let's actually get to work and bring in a right back that Pablo Gonzalo wants. Now, as long as we have him as the manager, we are going to be playing a 4-3-3 attacking style of football, where we need a right back that can bomb down the pitch and attack. But also, Pablo has made it clear that he only wants to be signing South American players. So I'm kind of trying to see if there's any right back from Argentina that could maybe join our team and improve the squad. Now, it really wasn't easy scouting South American players, but I think I found a really good hidden gem. Christian Uribe, Colombian right back, 64 overall. But what I do like about this kid is that he's got a lot of pace, 81. He's only 18, and I reckon we could get him for an absolute steal with just £1 million. Oh, just look at how happy Pablo Gonzalo is seeing another South American join the team. But how crazy is it that this is our first official signing of S2GFC. It's taken us almost a year, but here we are welcoming the Colombian to the club. Not gonna lie, that is such a massive upgrade in that right back spot. So much better than having Sebastian Lister there with a 53 overall. But now the meetings with Pablo Gonzalo continues, as he now wants me to improve the centre back spot, which honestly I wasn't too keen on, because we've got Armstrong, we've got our captain Finch, plus don't forget, 16-year-old Medeiros is a wonder kid who we've just promoted to the first team. I don't see a reason to be spending too much money on the defense unless Pablo Gonzalo wants to replace Finch, and that is exactly what he wants to do. Honestly, I'm not sure about it because Finch is our captain. He might not be the highest rated player, but we know how intelligent he is on the pitch. He knows all the tricks in the books. But the thing is, Pablo wants to continue transforming this squad into more of a South American team. He wants to sign a centre-back that would replace Finch not only as a player, but as captain. And this is where things are heating up between myself and Pablo. I don't see quite eye to eye with him. We're still an English club. There's no reason for us to bring in someone new and make them captain. But one thing I do agree with Pablo is that, yup, if we want to be a serious club, it might be time to get a better centre-back than Finch, because he's 31, only 58 rated. He's not going to be getting better. In other news, boys, I've got a message from Neil Lane, who does want a new contract. Okay, to be fair, he is earning like £450 per week. And also, since he is the winner of the Goal of the Season award, that's right, boys, Neil Lane, the man who could never score a long shot, somehow ended up scoring the best goal of last season. And that has now unlocked him the power shot plus play style. I guess he can continue playing the Ronaldo gimmick. But yeah, it looks like we are going to have to give him a big wage bump. £3,800 per week. We'll do it, bro, because I do want to keep Neil Lane a part of this squad. Now, I still haven't made a decision on what we're going to do with the centre centre-back spot. But for now, it's match day 1 of EFL League 1. We're facing Plymouth Argyle. And okay, it does look like the gaffer Pablo has made a big choice. Finch is on the bench. Steve Ball is going to be the temporary captain. Medeiros will start. Uribe is also making his debut. But this is Pablo Gonzalo making a statement to me that he does not want Finch to be a big part of the squad. For now, I guess let's just focus on starting off the season strong, hopefully with a win. And we'll, of course, think about our transfer policy later on. Sean King, who was incredible last season, already linking up well with Nicholas Hart. But that first touch was horrible. I'm actually curious to seeing what kind of level difference will there be in EFL League 1. So far, it looks quite a bit as Gigante forced to make a big save there. Here's, of course, our very own version of Messi. Gallardo taking one from distance, forcing out a save. We know he's got the best left foot in even EFL League 1. Oh, Steve Ball has found a bit of space and curls that one in. Absolutely ridiculous. This is why I feel if Finch is not in the team, I want good old Steve to be the captain. He's even brought us the McDonald sponsor. And he's also contributing on the pitch with bangers like that. What a way to debut in EFL League 1. I remember last season we had a calamitous start to the season. Of course, I think a lot of blame has to go to Barry Thunderstone being the coach. But yeah, this time under Pablo Gonzalo, it does feel like we know what to do. And everybody's doing their job to the best of their ability. Oh, Uribe linking up nicely, huh? Playing it inside for Sean King, should have scored there. Oh, but Scotty Bullet now has a chance. Striking it with his left foot blocked. Okay, Plymouth Argyle playing some really good football. Gigante again with the save. I was seeing a lot of comments saying that maybe Gigante needs to be kicked out. We could do with a better goalkeeper. But now, boys, I think the Italian is perfectly fine to be leading our back line. Oh, and right now we could end up scoring another goal. Here's Nicholas Hart. Oh, it's off the post. Steve again finding space and again with his right foot. What even is Steve Ball, bro? Is there anything good old Steve can't do, man? I did not expect him to do that with his right foot. Our first game in EFL League 1, we pick up a win. And I was not expecting this, boys. It looks like early signs. We could be easily aiming for guaranteed promotion. Although there's a certain football pundit that thinks otherwise. It's freaking Barry Thunderstone, man. He has now become a football pundit and he's just talking nonsense, man.
There is no way S2GFC is getting promoted again. Their club owner lacks brain cells and has zero idea how to run a football club.
Okay, come on. As a football pundit, what kind of analysis is that? Barry is just salty, bro, that we sacked him and Pablo Gonzalo has come in and is doing a much better job. But you know what? Let's just prove Barry wrong. I'm sure he thinks our win in EFL League 1 was a fluke so far. But come on, if we beat Leyton Orient as well, pick up another 3 points, Barry will have to keep his mouth shut. Oh, but Leyton Orient, they're coming pretty close. By the way, I haven't spoken to Pablo about the centre-back situation. He's continued to respond by not having Finch in the lineup, instead playing Moises Medeiros. As long as we're winning, to be honest, it does not matter. Oh, Neil Lane has got a chance here to do something. Finding a bit of open space, striking with his left foot. Yo! Now that he's got the power shot plus, he's not going to stop shooting from distance. Awesome, good link-up player. Sean King is through, and he gets the goal. The King gets his first goal in EFL League 1. By the way, I got to give credit to Uribe because he feels like a really good right back. That was a good cross. And look at Uribe, they're fighting for every ball. Edward Bull is playing this game as he looks for the pass for, of course, Nicholas Hart. Cross for Sean King, and it's another goal. Honestly, I didn't expect to have this kind of a perfect start in League 1, but we keep winning. Oh, I could really get used to this, man, being top of EFL League 1. Bro, if we keep this up, we're going to be in the championship next year. But hey, let's not get ahead of ourselves. For now, we've got to focus on the Carabao Cup, where we've drawn Chesterfield. Now, this is a bit of a rivalry, especially for Nicholas Hart, because after Hart Logistics terminated our contract, they went ahead and signed with Chesterfield. And the reason they did that was Chesterfield were our opponents in the playoffs final, and all they wanted was to see Nicholas Grovel remain in League 2, but of course, thankfully, we didn't let that happen. But yeah, now they want to try and knock us out from the Carabao Cup. We ain't letting that happen. Oh, but we're going to have to rotate the squad quite a bit for this game. Brandon Neal is going to have to come in. Wes Banks as well. Lister can play. Clark too. And of course, Jacob Richards, the South African up top. Finch is finally going to get some action. But yes, boys, it has been confirmed that the Hart family are in the stands and they're not here to support Nicholas. They want to see him get humiliated. I really don't know what kind of family dynamics race this is. Also, don't forget, guys, Umbro want us to win a domestic cup. And of course, the Carabao Cup counts. Of course, it's going to be really difficult to even come close to winning it, because at some point, we are going to end up facing Premier League clubs. Actually, I really hope we do, because that could be an additional way to make money, especially if we're playing them at home. But yeah, I definitely don't want to be getting knocked out to Chesterfield as Clark looks for the cross. That was bad. Nicholas Hart. Good ball for Gallardo's found space, striking that post. Rebound we couldn't convert. Okay, I don't like this, boys. Chesterfield are coming through with the cutback now. Gigante again with the save. Not gonna lie, the Italian giant is already making a claim for player of the episode. Nicholas. Oh, that's a lovely ball for Scott Bullock if he can keep his composure. No, the keeper saved it. Jacob Richards now looking for Nicholas Hart, and this is his chance. He's got Nicholas on the back of his shirt, and he's just scored. Celebrating in style as well while his parents watch in agony. The more I think about it, boys, I feel like Nicholas being disowned by his parents is probably the best thing that could happen to him. We all saw he was like that posh kid with too much attitude, but now he's making a name for himself. He's moving away from the comfortable life of being a Hart and working towards becoming who he's supposed to be. Oh, I see Nicholas again looking for a second goal possibly, and he gets it. I mean, putting in a man of the match performance while your parents as haters are watching. This couldn't have really got any better. We've knocked out Chesterfield from the Carabao Cup. And bro, it just hit me. We're on a 3-game winning streak. Remember that S2GFC fan that hasn't gotten a haircut in 8 months? Well, that could change if we can win our next couple of games. 5 wins in a row. Finally, he can book his appointment at the barber shop. And you know what? I'm feeling really confident, man. The team is cooking. The signing of Uribe feels like we found the missing piece of our puzzle, because defensively, we've been so much better, surprisingly. And you know what? This makes me feel like maybe I should just listen to Pablo. The guy is clearly cooking. But yeah, bringing in another centre-back, a South American, making him captain, I don't know how the dressing room is going to take to that, because I'm pretty sure unofficially they've made Steve Ball the dad of the team and probably the next captain. Right now in the league, Pablo has made it clear that Medeiros is the man to start. Steve Ball is captaining, but yeah, I'm pretty sure Pablo wants me to sign a centre-back soon. For now, let's just focus on keeping the form up. Come on, boys, we're chasing our 4th win in a row. Let's get that S2GFC fan his haircut. Uh-oh, that is a dangerous cross, and the volley's off the post. We get a bit of luck. That is something we didn't have last season, I feel like. But now, we're using our luck and hitting these guys on the break. Here's Nicholas Hart. If he can get past this man, maybe cutting inside. The pass was back for Gallardo. We're moving the ball around nicely, looking for space to attack. And Uribe's got a bit of space, striking it well, saved by the keeper. Okay, I know Steve Ball's got a good delivery in, but we've got nobody to attack corners. Why are we so bad? All right, Steve, it's round 2. A better delivery now. Could be nice. Sean King attacks it. Oh, it almost fell for Nicholas. Albie Norman, the most humble player in our squad, waits for the run, being made by Park Ji-soo, squaring this one inside. Nicholas, how? Even he can't believe it. Okay, Neil Lane has found a bit of space to turn his man. Gets the angle as well, but not enough. All right, we gotta make a push in this second half. I don't want to throw away a chance to go 4 wins in a row. What a way it would be to start off our EFL League 1 journey. Oh, did you see our Brazilian Meredos there? And now it could lead to us starting a counter-attack as Albie Norman links up well with Sean King. And here goes the King, and he gets his goal. As things stand, we are going 4 wins in a row. Oh, Nicholas, lovely ball for Lane here, and we could get ourselves another goal. Neil Lane with the finish. And all right, boys, the run continues. 4 wins in a row now for S2GFC. This kid better be ready to head to the barber shop. This is interesting. Gallardo has an urgent family issue, and looks like the gaffer has spawned this off to me to make a decision. I honestly don't know what could this be about. But you know what? Gallardo has come from the streets of Argentina, man. His life wouldn't have been easy. If he's asking for some time off, it's probably a serious issue. I will approve the leave. And to be honest, his stamina was anyway cooked, bro. He wasn't going to play this game regardless. Also, we are going to have to move around the squad quite a bit. It's practically going to be our second team with even Nicholas Hart getting a bit of a break. Now, I am a bit annoyed that we're having to make so many changes, and considering how important this game is, if we win this, that stupid fan gets his hair cut. I want that storyline done, man. And maybe the Australian Brandon Neal going through, getting the goal. Brandon Neal, bro, is such a good squad player to have, man, honestly. By the way, Sebastian Finch not getting there. Come on. I'm starting to feel, man, Pablo's going to question me why there isn't a new centre-back at the club. I guess after this game, we will get to that. But right now, let's just focus on getting the win. Oh, that's bad. And what? Luca Gigante, how did he concede that near post? Guys, just as we're so close to going 5 wins in a row, we can't bottle it, man. Absolutely not. This is our second team, but we do have Edward Bull who goes through and gets the goal. Our Bull is as fearsome as ever. Okay, but the scoreline is only 2-2 here against Barnsley. We still need to win this game. A draw is not enough. Oh, but Sebastian Finch not doing well there, and we almost conceded again. I think Pablo's fuming, man. I'm sure I'm gonna get a big message from him after this game. Oh, but right now, Neil Lane finding a bit of space, man. He wants to always go for these long shots. Uh-oh, this is bad again. Lister with his head making the save. I wish we had our first team, man, because I feel like that's what's stopping us. We need Edward Bull to really step up. He's already doing all what he can. And here goes the raging Bull with the pace, but he's low on stamina. He still keeps going though. Needs a bit of support, and it comes from Richards, our South African striker. No! Edward Bull set that one up on a plate for him, and he couldn't finish. And now on the other end, we're having to defend, and Gigante pushes that away. Now we do have a corner, man, and this might be our only chance to get a win here. The 5th consecutive victory, but it's so bad. Okay, we still have the ball. It's Finch! It's Finch! Of all players, it's our captain, Finch! No, it's saved! That could have been the big moment for Finch. We're still trying, though, with the set piece, but it's not going to be enough, and we don't get the 5th consecutive win. We came so close, bro. I'm telling you, man, this S2GFC fan, he's going to go years without getting a haircut.
Hey, isn't it time for me to get a haircut? What day is this?
But right now, we're seeing Pablo Gonzalo absolutely furious.
The boss made promises, but he is not following them. There is only so much I can do.
And yep, guys, I think it's now just time to listen to Pablo. We've got to replace Finch with another centre-back. But wait a minute. This decision has now been leaked to the dressing room, where the players are absolutely livid that Steve Ball will not be made the next captain. They all thought it was going to be him. In fact, Albie Norman has literally come to me to say that if we don't make Steve Ball captain and bring in a new captain, it's gonna destabilize the team. So now I have a choice by the looks of it. I could go against Pablo Gonzalo, maybe sign like an English centre-back or something, and make Steve Ball the captain. Or I could just follow Pablo Gonzalo. I guess he knows what he's doing because we're top of the league. But that would result in a -2 overall on all of our players. That is now a crazy decision to make. As club owner, I'm at odds. Either I back my coach that's got me first in the league, or I back the players and make Steve Ball the captain, which is, to be honest, I feel like the right thing to do. But I guess I'm gonna need your help on this decision. Let me know in the comments. Can there ever be an S2G episode without drama? I guess not.